Hello everyone, I'm Sir Kneighf, and welcome back to God's Basement. We are in our second basement. Oh boy, a lot of fucking notes. Couple brutally murdered, so I'm assuming these are all the shit we've... Truth.
While sifting through some old boxes, you found an interesting set of documents that revealed the truth about your past. Your grandparents were involved in an accident that killed your grandfather and your infant brother. It wasn't your grandmother's fault entirely, but your parents couldn't help but put the blame on her.
She shouldn't have been in the car with her husband drinking. It is her fault. She's a dumbass.
Your grandmother decided to murder them. With your parents out of the way, she could raise you all by herself. Her desire was selfish and evil.
And she's gonna burn in hell.
That was all you needed. A way to justify her death. A way to break the burden of taking care of her. Do you remember what you did? I'll walk you through it once more, just in case you've forgotten.
I call it justice what we did. Where we going, operator? Going back up. Oh, that's a door there. We going back upstairs? Yeah, we're going back upstairs. Does this sign actually mean new chapter? Because every time I've done it, it's been a new chapter, but that didn't seem like that would be a chapter, you know? I feel like he could have just added that to the end of this. So this could just be the loading screen. Oh, okay. Maybe it is chapters, because this shit is different. Blood red. What did we do? Get knife, get new radio, get phone, place knife on her bed, place old radio, place the phone on the table outside the door. What the fuck kind of ritualist? What the hell? Well, the knife's under my bed. Why am I... What? Okay. Knife. Radio. Okay, get knife. Get new radio. Get the phone. Place the knife. Okay. Oh, I can't grab the phone. It won't let me. Oh, there we go. Okay. Whoops. Boom. Boom. Okay. Place knife on my bed, place old radio, place the phone on the table outside the door, wait.
Yes, I'm talking to you. Are you listening to me? I know that I might seem suspicious, but for now, I'm going to need you to...
I only trust the operator.
Are you in pain? Do you want that pain to go away? I can show you a way out, but you're going to have to do exactly what I say. Don't worry, very soon you won't feel any pain at all. You won't have to suffer any longer. The first thing I want you to do is to grab the knife on your bed. You're doing a great job. It's very sharp, so please be careful with it. The next step is to gently press the knife against your stomach. You're doing a wonderful job. Now, press a little harder. Keep applying more pressure until the knife penetrates the flesh of your stomach. You might feel quite a bit of pain, but that's going to be temporary. You're doing a great job. I want you to pull the knife out. Is there a war? Red fluid gushing out of your stomach? If so, then you applied enough pressure. I know that this might be painful, but pretty soon it's going to be all over. I want you to repeat the process, except now go a little to the right of the original spot. Keep applying pressure until the knife penetrates the flesh. Now that you've done the process twice, for the third time, go to the left of the original spot. Once again, keep applying pressure until...
It's a creepy ass picture for the phone, man.
You're doing a great job. Now return to the original spot. I want you to jab the knife into the wound 3 times. Whenever you're ready, go ahead. You're doing a wonderful job. Are you in pain? Are you suffering? I know you are, but don't worry. It'll all go away soon. This is the last step. Are you ready? All you have to do is to repeat the process, except this time, press the knife against your neck. Whenever you're ready, just swiftly thrust the knife into your neck. Then very soon, all the pain will go away. That's it. Let it all go. Pass on into the next world, wherever that might be. Goodbye. I can guarantee you will not be missed.
Oh shit.
James, you murdered her. You knew about her delusions. She always talked about the man in the radio, so you decided to become that character. You replaced the old radio and then played an audio file telling her to stab herself repeatedly with a knife. You knew she was delusional and had episodes of schizophrenia. She followed your instructions and eventually bled to death due to her self-inflicted injuries. Since all the evidence pointed to a suicide, you weren't charged with anything. You finally got what you wanted. You were finally free. You might be wondering how exactly you ended up dead. Well, for the first few months, you lived your life carefree. You actually enjoyed life to some extent, not being tied down by an ill relative. But eventually, that all came crashing down. It started off with brief, horrific, gruesome nightmares. Visions of her stabbing herself endlessly, blood gushing out of her wounds, flooding your mind with blood-red guilt. Slowly, these nightmares leaked into your daily life. You'd see her out of the corner of your eye, whether you were driving, walking down the street, or at work. Even though you killed her, she never really left. She lived in your mind and haunted you every day until you eventually couldn't fall asleep. Every time you closed your eyes, even for the briefest of moments, she'd manifest in your subconscious. Eventually you went to the hospital and you were prescribed sleep medicine, but that only suppressed the issue. Slowly your body adjusted to the medicine and you needed to increase the dose for the medicine to be effective. This process kept repeating until you were taking multiple times the recommended amount. You were addicted, until one night you overdosed on sleep medication. Right now, in this moment, your physical body is currently in a hospital bed, hovering between the thin line of life and death. You're still probably wondering why you're here in God's basement. I'll finally tell you who I am and what this place really is. God's basement is a realm for those who have committed great sin but are still redeemable. The individuals that arrive in God's basement relive their own versions of hell, allowing them to reflect on their life.
Well, we know
and
Grandma
watch their
didn't end
slow
up here. She didn't
descent
deserve
into evil.
redemption.
Their resentment, hate, bitterness, and jealousy accumulate until those emotions manifest themselves through atrocious acts, yours being murder. You were backed into a corner, watching your life slowly pass you by. All those opportunities you sacrificed. All that potential wasted. You became bitter and resentful. Many could sympathize with you. Many might have even done the same. You were hopeless, and it felt like you were inside a living hell. I am called the Operator. I am an entity that manifests in God's basement, I manifest myself in different ways depending on the person. My job is to guide the person inside God's basement and allow them to relive their life from a different perspective. In your case, I manifested with many characteristics resembling the man in the radio. Hopefully this explanation cleared everything up. You're still probably wondering what happens now that you have all your memories. I mentioned earlier that God's basement are for those who are still redeemable. Even though you committed an atrocious sin, you were trapped in a hopeless existence. Also, the person you killed wasn't really your grandmother. She was a shell of her former self. Your grandmother died long ago. Part of you wanted to see her suffering cease. Your crime was both cruel and merciful at the same time. You are going to get a second chance at life. Pretty soon you're going to wake up in a hospital bed out of your drug-induced coma. Learn to live with what you did. The feelings of guilt, paranoia, and pain will never completely go away. James, make the most out of life and be grateful for this second chance. One last thing. Good luck.
Oh snap, is that it? We're waking up. Wakey wakey. I wonder how long have we been out? Like, have we just been out like a couple hours, or has it been like days or weeks or whatever? Beep. Beep. Oh god, I said Bob! Just me, it's beeping getting louder. Getting quieter now according to OBS. Yeah, it is. Thank you for the flashbang screen to the face. That's lovely. God's basement, so there it is. Alright, anything else after this? Because I don't want to start talking and something else pop up. You never know with video games. We just gonna set the screen? I mean, this is fine if we just sit this screen. Oh no, there it goes, it's fading. We're going back to the main menu, or you're just gonna close automatically. Like, there's 101 things you could do. Thank you for making the game. Dun, dun. I like the music. Nice music in the background for this. Are we gonna get credits, or okay? I'm gonna assume this is just the credits. It's gonna be a while. So overall, the game was really good, especially at the start. The game was genuinely scary. But with like most horror games, it really lost the scare factor later on. And I think it really lost it at the PT part. Well, I say PT, basically when you start looping, hello, I'm the developer of God's Basement. You've reached the end. I want to say thank you for playing through the whole game. I'm still pretty new to creating video games, so I hope the experience was bearable. Hopefully you enjoyed the experience. Maybe someday you'll play another one of my games if I'm able to release another one. Thanks, Hubris. Main menu. Okay, so yeah, this game was really good, and it definitely set the stakes a lot higher than normal games. Well, it should. It's $15 on Steam. But like I said, at the PT part, it really lost its scare factor. It was more, I think you could probably tell by watching me, I actually dreaded playing, going through the first bit, and then I kind of said, all right, where are we going next? Where are we going next? It's just it kind of felt like a chore to keep walking through the PT part and then things like that. The story was okay. I think it was too easy to tell that grandma murdered, you know, was murdered or whatever, or grandma murdered the parents. I wasn't expecting the guy to murder grandma. I thought he killed himself or something, but you know, that was quickly cleared up. But yeah, overall it was a good game. $15. I'm pretty sure it's $15. I will put something up on screen if I'm wrong, but I mean, we got 2 hours of gameplay out of it. $15 is pretty steep for a horror game that only gives you 2 hours of gameplay and loses its scare factor halfway through that. I feel like the game should have been significantly larger for $15 or cheaper. Like, I have such a hard time trying to judge prices, but like $5, maybe $10 because it's 2 hours of gameplay. That's it. There's really no replayability. I think I got every achievement. There's no point in me replaying this unless I just want to, you know, the intro scares and things like that. But overall, gameplay wise, it was good up until the looping part, and then it fixed itself, and it had no scare factor in my opinion. But this is, you know, like the guy said, still new to creating video games. So this is a good start to creating video games. So this person has a lot of potential and shit. But overall, I enjoyed it. Just adjust the price in my opinion so other people can enjoy the story as well. So leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next episode.